Hi guys, on my final day with the incredible Honda E, the all-electric new baby from Honda. This is the vlog day 6. Make sure you go to youtube.com/brown car guy to look at vlog day 1, which was a walk around of the car. Vlog day 2, which was my first time here actually, trying to figure out how to charge the car. And again, you find me here. But to be fair, this is only my second visit after that time back here. But that's because I just did a really long run because I just was filming a car review, a full review of the car as well. So I did a long drive run in the car, and I've dropped it to like below, I think it's below 29%, so I feel I need to charge up a little bit before it goes back tomorrow. And then day 3 and 4 was basically finding out what other people thought, and a couple of mates of mine giving their very interesting impressions of the car and what they thought of it, so their feedback. That was absolutely fascinating. And then yesterday, day 5, was basically your questions answered. So quite a few of you had questions about the car, and I was able to address some of them in yesterday's vlog. So today is basically a roundup, and I think in today's roundup vlog, I think the question that needs to be answered is, would I have one? And to put this into context, I have owned many Hondas in my life. I would definitely say that I am a Honda guy. I've owned Honda, most recently I had a CRV for over a decade, and I've owned Honda CRX, fantastic fun little car, and numerous other Hondas as well. So definitely I am a sort of person that would buy a Honda. Would I buy this Honda? So that's really the question that we need to answer at the end of this a week with the car. Let's do that inside the car because it'll be a little bit warmer. Right then, so here we are back inside the car. Now, one of the things I have learned that people have actually told me is that the more the battery is depleted, the quicker it actually charges. So you remember I was quite astonished why it took me nearly an hour to go from 50% to 97% the first time I tried to charge it. Now, as I said, this was well below, I think it was well under, it might have been 28%, but it's definitely below 29% charge. In 5 minutes, it is already showing 35%. Actually, it's just gone up to 36% just now, if you can see that. So it is actually, that is actually true. Maybe I'll put a screen grab or something to tell you how long it took and how much it cost or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so would I own one of these? Could I live with one of these? Well, range anxiety definitely is a very real issue. There's no question about it. The range isn't humongous on this car, and depending how you drive it, it can be, as I've just been on a longish run and drove it a little bit spiritedly, shall we say, and it is a fun car to drive. But of course, if you drive it like that, then you will start to use up the juice, as I did. And driving it around town, as I've been doing for the last few days, just doing errands and pickups and drop-offs and shopping and stuff like that, I didn't actually use that many miles. So I think it's a mental state of being, the way that you use the car and the way that you can adapt to using the car. And if you know that you only do a certain amount of miles per week or whatever, then you'll feel more confident about using it. But if you want to do a longer run, then it will be a bit more of an issue. Like if I'm going to pick up my son in Coventry, yeah, I don't think it would do it. I don't think it could make it. So then I'd be like, okay, how will I charge it? Where will I charge it? How long will I have to spend doing it? So in those ways, it becomes an issue. So in that sense, it's a bit of, and also for me, I live in an apartment, so I can't charge it overnight. So I guess one of the things is that for people that do own it, if they have a drive and they can park it there and they can install one of those faster chargers in the house, which you can get, I think, what is it, £250, something like that. I'll have to research it. Maybe I'll put it in the description or something. But if you have one of those, then it makes sense, because then once you're home, you can always keep it plugged in and it's always ready to go. And presumably you will have enough time to stay at that high 90+% charge. So it shouldn't be a problem as long as you're using it around town. So that for me is an issue. The using the digital displays instead of mirrors is also a little bit of an issue. Because for me, like, I use reading glasses, so it's not always in focus. The depth perspective issue, the issue of not being able to vary the angle of what I'm seeing by moving my head, and the sense that it somehow doesn't feel real if I'm viewing it through a monitor rather than through an actual mirror. So all of these things combined, and I've kept this actually on normal mirror rather than on electric mirror, which it can do as well. But I've deliberately kept it on normal just so that I can get that sense of realism that I so desperately need, so that I feel like I'm in the real world still. That may be a generational thing, so it may be that for other people that's not so much of an issue. So as with most cars that I do mention, but particularly with this car, if you are contemplating buying it, it is very, 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 very important that you take it for an extended test drive, that you do take it for a bit of a run. I'm up to 43% already, so already is saying that it's an impressive thing now. the charging rate is much quicker at this end of the percentage bar. So yeah, so I think that yes, for some people it might be fine. So it's very important to take it for a test drive. Make sure that you're comfortable with that. Other than that, I absolutely adore this vehicle. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I love the styling, the look, the technology, all the features, all the quirky aspects of it. Everything about it I think is cool. Even the practicality is reasonable enough. I think I could probably live with it. So every aspect of it I do like. If this was a petrol car, it would almost be a no-brainer for me. I'd be like, yeah, this definitely. Why not? You know, it's the right size, it's the right amount of cool, the charisma, the character, the head-turning aspect of this car. I mean, so many people have taken pictures of this car whilst I've had it over the last few days with their phones and stuff like that. And almost everybody looks at the car, and it stands, particularly in this yellow, it stands out. But anyway, it's definitely a head-turning and a spectacular car. So a real special moment for Honda. I mean, they want to make the entire range electrified in some way or another by 2025. This is a real sort of turning point for them. I think this is a statement car. It's a concept car made real, and it's all the better for it, all the more exciting for it, all the more evocative for it. And I think that going forward, this will become an icon and a classic for sure. There's no question about it. But for me personally, you know, 27,000, was it 26 to 29,000 pounds, let's say. To me, if I was spending that much on a new Honda right now, my current favorite, Civic Type R, couldn't get a new one for that, but certainly could get a pretty decent 2-year-old used approved one from Honda themselves, and that's probably where my money would go, because that's just me. That's just me, let's be honest. So, but having said that, absolutely adore this car. Want to hear your thoughts, want to hear your comments, make sure that you leave them below. And of course, subscribe to youtube.com/browncarguy. Follow my hashtag browncarguy on all social media channels. And of course, subscribe to browncarguy.com. And if you can, please support me on patreon.com/Shazad Sheikh. The link will come after this bit. And also, there'll be a roll call of magnificent people who are doing exactly that. So why not join them? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys again soon next time.